and the directors sitting on the board that, look, gentlemen, this is the kind and shape of things to come. Today, we are just recommending that preferably this will be a good practice to do, that the chairman and CEO, for instance, have to be two separate. But if you can't make it or do it, fine. Comes 2012, we made it firmer. So we just followed this principle that if you don't know how to crawl, we will not ask you to walk. If you can't walk, we won't ask you to run. Throughout, this approach has been adopted. Even in 2017, if I were to pinpoint a few provisions, I would say they have been mellowed down. They are not in the form and shape as they should have been, principally speaking.
Time zones. We can expect the AGM to be over the breakfast or the dinner, now with the overseas directors. Farooq sir.
Itni inconvenience accept karni padegi. Nahi sir, aaj bhi hoti hai. I can tell you, I sit on the governance and ethics board of AOC. Two of our members, we woke them up and they were attending meeting from Canada. एक सामने कहा यूके में जो थे कि जी मेरी तो अब नमाज का टाइम हो रहा, मुझे 10 मिनट का वफ़ा कर दें. So I think in this age of technology, many things have now been made possible, and we should not crib about, देखिए बहाना तराश करने के लिए there could always be an argument, but when there's a will, there is a way.
Farooq Rahman. One is a suggestion and then two questions just for clarification for the wider audience. The suggestion is like, as also Amir mentioned about the sense of the people, like about the code. So I think going forward, like there will be a revision in the future as well. So maybe an impact analysis study can be done, and then the views are assembled, and then one can respond accordingly to that. So that's a suggestion going forward. Two final points, as far as the code, the revised code is concerned, the effective date is given as after December 31, 2017. So I think if you can clarify that for 30th of June 2018, are we saying like there will be two codes combined coming into the statement of compliance, or this is linked to the year end of the company? The second one is about related party, and no seminar or code discussion can happen without a related party being there. In the revised code, there is a clear link to section 208 with the related party definition. But with this 31st December 2017 year end, the previous code will continue to be applicable. However, now since the definition of related party is in the law, so that means that for 31st December 2017, the new definition will be applicable from 30th of May?
For 30th June 2018, definitely the new Code of Corporate Governance is required to be complied with, because its implementation date is 1st of January 2018. That is the annual year. And as regards the related party transactions, we have amended the force schedule, and we have said that the related party transactions are required to be disclosed as per the definition given in the IFRS, not the definition that is given in the section. That is a very broad definition. For the disclosure purpose, yes, that is a problem for the companies to collect the data, but for disclosures, that is restricted only to the definition given in the IFRS.
I'm not talking about the financial statement. That is very clear. वो तो बड़ा clear है. But for 31st December statement of compliance, we are still in the previous code, right? But as per the previous code, if any definition is not given in the previous code, then you have to refer the law. And now, previously in the company's ordinance, the definition of related party was not there, but now in the Companies Act, the definition is there.
Yes.
So my question is, does that mean that from 30th of May till 31st of December, for the purposes of statement of compliance, are we saying that this new definition is applicable?
I think this is a practical difficulty for to be followed, and we need to clarify through a circular or notification that this will not be applicable on the financial statements or the code to be given on the statement of compliance to be given on 30th June. That's a very valid point. I'll note it, and we'll work on this.
Thank you. Sir.
Asif Kasbati from Professional Excellence and Tax Excellence. We have arranged 3 workshops on Companies Act. और आपका जो कोड ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस है ये भी आया, और इसके अलावा अगर हम देखें तो अबाउट मोर देन 100 आइटम्स SRO सर्कुलर एंड सर्कुलर लेटर्स आए, और बहुत सारी चीज़ें एबेंस में भी इस वक्त हैं, 2-3 चीज़ें तो मिनिमम हैं। कितनी हम हेड काउंट, मेरी SCCP के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव से सवाल है कि हम कितना हेड काउंट बढ़ा लें और कितने फ्यूचर में SROs और आप ला रहे हैं, ताकि ये जो लिमिटेड हेड काउंट यहाँ बैठा हुआ है और इनके पास लिमिटेशंस हैं हेड काउंट की, और जितनी फ्रीक्वेंसी से आप चीज़ें ला रहे हैं, तो मेरी एक तो रिक्वेस्ट होगी कि आप इतनी फ्रीक्वेंसी से ना लाएं कि ना लोगों को पढ़ने का टाइम है, ना लोगों को पढ़ने का अर्ज टू लर्न है वो है। इस सिचुएशन में व्हाट डू यू थिंक कि क्या जो कुछ आप ला रहे हैं वो प्रैक्टिकली इम्प्लीमेंट हो सकेगा? थैंक यू।
SCCP का भी हेड काउंट बहुत लिमिटेड है। अगर इससे कम लिमिटेड हेड काउंट अगर ये काम कर सकता है तो पढ़ने का शौक़ पैदा कीजिए। पढ़ने का शौक़ पैदा करेंगे तो चीज़ें समझ में आएंगी। और आई डोंट थिंक वी आर too much aggressive on bringing on the regulations. Companies Act आया, इससे पहले Securities Act 2015 आया. So there were a requirement, number of sections says that to be specified or by the SCCP. So बहुत सी चीज़ें ओपन छोड़ दी गई थी। वजह ये कि कंसल्टेशन की जाए, जो प्रैक्टिकली दूसरी टेबल की दूसरी साइड पर लोग बैठे हैं उनके एक्सपीरियंस से बेनिफिट उठा के एक ऐसी चीज़ लेके आई जाए जो कि डुएबल हो। कोड ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस मैंने आपको बताया, हमने 26 मार्च से लेके मई 2017 तक कितनी मीटिंग्स की होंगी सर? हमने को ऑलमोस्ट 15-20 मीटिंग्स तो जिनमें मैंने पार्टिसिपेट किया, और इससे ज़्यादा मीटिंग्स हुई हैं। कोड ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस हमने रेगुलेशंस बनाई, नोटिफाई की, 14 डेज़ का टाइम। देन वी हैड अ राउंड टेबल इन कराची, सदात साहब उसमें भी शामिल थे। सो वी आर गिविंग टाइम टू द पीपल टू come up with their suggestions, to suggest a law which is friendly, which can be implemented. So हम तो कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि facilitate करें, और हर जो भी रेगुलेशन आ रही है उसकी डेट में आप देख रहे हैं there is a time for implementation is always given 6 months, 1 year, always, ताकि लोग उसको पढ़ें, समझें और फिर उसको implement करें।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम अरसलान इफ्तिखार है। जस्ट क्लैरिफिकेशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर के नंबर की, जो कि पहले एटलीस्ट 2 होती थी और अब उसको सिर्फ 1/3 के ऊपर ले गए। तो फॉर 7 डायरेक्टर्स जिस कंपनी के अंदर मौजूद हैं, उसके 1/3 के ऊपर क्या हमारा डिसीजन है? 2.44 तो नहीं हो सकता, तो क्या कंपनी नॉन कंप्लाइंट तो नहीं हो जाएगी 2 डायरेक्टर्स इंडिपेंडेंट होने के बावजूद? तो इसके ऊपर थोड़ा सा ब्रीफ।
7 पे 2 इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर्स होंगे, 2 और 1/3। सो डिस्क्रिप्शन इज ऑलवेज देयर, 2 और 1/3। जहाँ पे 9 डायरेक्टर्स होंगे तो वहाँ पे 3 डायरेक्टर्स आएंगे। अदरवाइज कंपनी हैव टू, हाँ 2 की तरफ। बीइंग एन अकाउंटेंट सोचें कि राउंडिंग ऑफ कैसे होगी।
अकाउंटेंट्स के असेंबली में ये सवाल है। नहीं, आप सही कह रहे हैं।
Sir, can I
can tell you that good number of man-hours of the task force amongst themselves. We had accountants, we had lawyers, we had people from industry, we had, God knows who. And we spent a good deal of time, so much so that I had also coined a phrase to cater to this rounding off problem. फिर एक दाना आदमी ने ये कहा, कह रहे भाई ये तो लोगों को पता है, इसे क्या लिखने की बात है, ऑब्वियस बात है ये तो। जब आधे से ज़्यादा होगा तो ऑटोमेटिकली एक बढ़ जाएगा, आधे से कम होगा तो कम हो जाएगा। हमने कहा अगर दाना सारे लोग हैं तो ओके, आई विल नॉट डिस्काउंट दैट निकाल देते, तो हम लोग निकाल दें। लेकिन बात जो अभी सामने की वही है कि अगर ज़्यादा है तो वो कर लीजिए, क्योंकि इसमें बहुत डिबेट हुई। देखिए कोई भी जुमला, जैसे लीगल ड्राफ्टिंग में कहते हैं यू कैन नॉट इम्प्यूट एनी रिडंडेंसी टू द लेजिस्लेचर, ये वर्ड तो ऐसे ही लिख दिया होगा, तो दोनों का मतलब नहीं, दोनों का मतलब नहीं है। माई टू लॉ फ्रेंड्स विल बेयर मी आउट that there is umpteen number of cases to support this, that every word used by the legislature has to be given its due importance. ये ऐसे आप नहीं कह सकते कि यार इसका मतलब भी, इसका मतलब भी है, नहीं ऐसा है। इसी तरह से I can assure you that to the extent humanly possible, every word, every phrase, every expression and every provision was very, I would say, intensively debated and then carved out. And of course, as I said in the beginning, it's a man-made formulation. Allah ने की किताब तो उसे भी लाया नहीं, तो इसमें नुक्स तो होगा, complete भी नहीं होगी, perfect भी नहीं होगी.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have a question here. My name is Adil from Jubilee Insurance. I would like to know that there is a clause that the audit of interrelated companies or institutions should be done by the same auditors. So what is the exact definition of interrelated? I was late. I don't know whether it has been discussed or not. The second thing is there is a clause that the interrelated companies audit should be carried out by the same auditor, if I am not mistaken.
Not in this code.
No, in this code. Not in this code.
This is the requirement of the State Bank of Pakistan.
Not in the Code of Corporate Governance.
Finance sector.
Okay. The second thing is, in the internal audit section, there is a clear-cut, definition that, the internal audit should be, in the internal audit function, the staff of internal audit should know the major heads of the all financial statements. So what does it mean basically? Is it meant by whether the business person should be included in the internal audit department, or if there is a chartered accountant, he must know everything. So there is no need to specify that he must know every head of the account, but it is included the sales and everything. So what is meant by this?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
बेसिकली इसके काफ़ी डिबेट हुई थी, और इवन जो इनिशियल ड्राफ्ट था उसमें हमने इंक्लूड किया था कि इंटरनल ऑडिट डिपार्टमेंट में इंजीनियर्स भी हो सकते हैं, साइंटिस्ट्स भी हो सकते हैं, बिकॉज द नेचर ऑफ बिजनेस कंपनी का अगर ऐसा है कि अगर कंपनी साइंटिफिक प्रोडक्ट्स में है या इंजीनियरिंग सेक्टर में है, तो उसका इंटरनल ऑडिट बेसिकली एक अकाउंटेंट शायद उस हद तक नहीं कर सकता जितना उस केमिकल को, उस प्रोडक्ट को एक रेलेवेंट बंदा समझ सकता। फिर राउंड टेबल जब हमने की इसके ऊपर, तो वहाँ पे ये क्वेश्चन मार्क आया कि इंटरनल ऑडिट में आप इंजीनियर्स को कहाँ ऐड कर रहे हैं, ये बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा, इट्स द मेन फंक्शन ऑफ द अकाउंटेंट्स। तो उसको मिटिगेट करने के लिए हमने कोशिश की कि ऐसे वर्ड्स यूज़ करें कि जिसमें अकाउंटेंट्स भी शामिल हो जाएं। टीम शुड बी कंपोज्ड ऑफ सच पर्सन्स कि जिसमें अकाउंटेंट भी आ जाए, एक इंजीनियर भी आ जाए, और अगर नेचर ऑफ बिजनेस जो है वो साइंटिफिक प्रोडक्ट्स है या केमिकल से रिलेटेड है, तो जो उस बिज़नेस को समझता हो वो भी उसमें शामिल हो जाए।
Thank you.
I come from a professional firm which has its culture say, don't audit financial statements, audit business. Riyaz, am I right? Audit business. So what we said was that unless you know the business in all its inherent dimensions, it is not possible for you to carry out an effective surveillance. So undoubtedly, being an accountant myself and this gathering of accountants, I cannot say the accountants cannot carry out their jobs, but yes, accountant cannot carry out all the jobs. He doesn't have the wisdom of the Solomon. There has to be an involvement of the experts wherever it is needed, not necessarily always, but if it is needed, then it will do well for the company if you were to include in the team people with that expertise. That's about all.
Can I just add? From the industrial side, देखिए, most companies में जो audit function है उसको बहुत robust कर दिया है board ने. Instead of being just financial auditors, they become operational auditors. And I was just, which is what you're saying, okay, you audit the business, not just the account side of it. And that's why the audit group of some of the institutions I am associated with are multidisciplined. You know, they've got engineers, they've got people from manufacturing, they've got, legal side as well. So it's a much more robust role than what was the case, say, 25 years ago when it was purely accounting of financial statements. So I'm supporting what he's saying.
We'll take 2 more questions.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hafiz Muhammad Aslan. I am Senior Manager Finance from NCCPL. First of all, I would like to appreciate your approach that's for implementation of Code of Corporate Governance, that is evolutionary approach. I personally like this approach because it helps us a lot, because when I see this Code of Corporate Governance, most of the provisions that were recommendatory of the nature, we have already adopted it. So that helps a lot to teach our board of directors and management to adopt the same, as we envisage that the direction of the regulator is to provide us to have given us direction to comply with this regulation. Now, a few questions that I have